Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to walk you through a framework that will help you find your purpose at work, especially if you feel like you're losing your motivation to keep going. I'm going to give you some coaching prompts to help you recenter your expectations with your work. Here's what that framework looks like. Center, clarify, compensate. Also, this year I'm sharing 12 leadership metrics that will help you succeed in your career. This is pretty much a full framework for how to develop your skills to build your career. This month, we're talking about motivation and engagement. You can catch up on all the videos in the playlist on my YouTube channel. Everything is linked below in the description. Make sure to check it out. Real quick, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me. All right, so let's get started. Number one, work-life imbalance. First, work-life balance is a moving target, and the way to find that balance is to lean into what's important for you at any given moment in your career life timeline. That means sometimes your work becomes your priority. Maybe you're working on an important promotion, and sometimes your personal life needs you more. A sick family member, your partner lost their job, or taking time for your own mental well-being. So the first prong in the framework is to center your activities and focus on what's important. The problems arise when the work side of your obligations becomes overbearing or intrusive on your personal commitments. Without balance somewhere, you will become overwhelmed very fast. And if you don't have support at work, specifically at work, then you'll start to resent your job, resent the people around you, and completely disengage with your responsibilities. It's especially disheartening when the people at work don't care about your personal obligations. That's tough. So it might be easy to say, you shouldn't work there, so just leave. But my argument every time is to ask, are you paid well? Do you have good benefits? Do you like the company overall? Those are good reasons to not just pick up and leave. So what's left? It's important to have conversations around what you need at work to feel supported in your role. That means you can have a conversation around what you have on your plate, what you can focus on right now that's important, what needs to be reassigned, or even allowing you to delegate and get some help, and how long that's going to take. That's important. In order to reset balance, especially if work is encroaching on other parts of your life, then you need to advocate for yourself. Talk about solutions to certain unrealistic expectations and set a timeline so that once you find your own level of balance again, you can re-engage with the work. Flexibility is key here, and if you don't have it at your job right now, then start having those conversations so that you can feel like you're taking back control of your environment. If you completely lose control, you will quickly become overwhelmed, and that's just not good for you. Number two, unclear goals and expectations. This happens a lot with the people I'm coaching. What are you working on? Well, there's a lot I have to answer for. What are you working towards? Well, I'm not getting clarity around how my job has evolved. Where do you want to go? Really? Anywhere but here. So the second prong in this framework is clarify to make your actions easier. And you can tell from what I just shared that it isn't easy to get clarification, especially when there has been downsizing. Everyone is supposed to pick up the slack. You've taken on extra duties you wouldn't normally do. You're being pulled into meetings that you shouldn't be involved with. And your job is just a whirlwind of chaos and confusion. Phew, that's a lot. So how are you going to get out of this, or at least find a path forward for your own peace of mind? Remember your goals and take inventory of the expectations put on you. If you work at a company that's in the middle of transition, new strategy, new structure, and everything around you is changing rapidly, then it's important to remember one thing. What are you supposed to get out of this moment? Always have your goals in front of you. If you are taking on new responsibilities, ask yourself how those responsibilities are supposed to add to your strengths and skills as you work towards your goals. If they don't, then ask to have a conversation to see how this situation is going to play out. It's easy to go with the flow and feel like you're a team player because you pivot and weave with the rapid changes around you. But don't forget your North Star. Don't forget where all that change is supposed to take you. Unpredictable change is intended to help you build perseverance, fortitude, and stamina. It's not supposed to blow you off course. Use those 3 metrics to measure your progress during change and then reset as soon as possible back to your goals. Without your goals as a guide to what you're doing at work and why, you can easily get blown off course and end up stuck in a job you never wanted in the first place. Number 3, inadequate compensation. I saved this one for last because it really sets me off. Specifically, the sentiment or assumption that you shouldn't be motivated by money when you accept a job. You're supposed to happily want that work, and you would do that job for free just to get the experience. That's stupid. It was stupid years ago, decades ago, and it's stupid now. In my previous video, I talked about workplace engagement for people at the executive level who really weren't motivated by money. Well, of course not. They make bank. And at that level, they need recognition to feel valued. At any other level below that, you need compensation. And if you're not getting paid enough money for the work you do, or you find out someone else next to you is getting paid more, well, that's demotivating, but also humiliating. A few years ago, I was working towards my professional coaching certification through the International Coach Federation, and I was working with another coach on practicing my techniques. And he asked me why I was seeking this certification. None of your business, actually, but it was 2020, and I wanted the recognition because it validated my work. But I also wanted the higher pay rate that came with that type of certification. And he said, "Oh, that shouldn't be a reason why you want this special certification. Money isn't everything." Yes, it is. For someone who needs to pay bills, pay a mortgage, pay student loans, pay for daycare, money matters. So the 3rd prong in this framework is compensate. If you're not being paid fairly, or you've been on the receiving end of gaslighting about conversations regarding your pay, then take a step back to recalibrate. Ask yourself what kind of money you would need to live comfortably, so that you can pay your bills. Then keep that in mind as you build your skills. Know what position you want. Know approximately how long it might take you to get that job, and know for a fact what that job pays. Have conversations about money. If the company tells you that's not what we can pay right now, fine. Ask for title, ask for benefits, ask for bonus, and then keep your options open for positions that will start paying you fairly. Keep working on that line that helps you build your strengths and skills so that you can start earning what that role pays. Push yourself to have conversations about money, even if it's uncomfortable. We feel valued when we feel appreciated. We feel appreciated when we're compensated fairly for good work. That's it. All right, so that's it for my video on using a motivation framework to help you re-engage with your job. If you have examples of how you found motivation at work, maybe related to these 3 scenarios, feel free to share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. If you'd like to learn more about building trust at work, make sure to check out my video on how leaders build trust at work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.